Well, after possibly destroying continuity for Doctor Who, they followed that up with Praxus, which is just another crappy episode. Some of these, they start off where they seem to have the elements of mystery and says, well, maybe. But I've been through this too many times, so I'm just waiting for it to go bad. There's this terrible affliction going on, and people are getting this bizarre disease. Obviously, it must be alien. And the birds are going crazy. And suddenly, our companions, fam, show up on the scene. Ryan shows up, and there's these two women. I'm guessing they're a couple, where they apparently had some famous vlog where they went around the world and had their own little adventures. And they're spoiler, only one of them survives, and she's always upset that nobody knows who they are. But apparently they're famous in some circles. Then we have a gay astronaut and his husband, and they're estranged a bit because the non-astronaut husband, who apparently was a police officer but isn't anymore, I've already forgotten. But anyway, his astronaut husband has turned up missing, and he's looking into this. But at the same time, he's jealous of his husband because his husband is an astronaut and therefore considered a hero by everybody and all this sort of thing. So, whatever. So the doctor, again, this idea of her sending out her fam on these extremely they are extremely dangerous errands. And so that's how you see it. Graham and Yaz are doing one area of the Earth on investigating this bizarre series of events. Ryan, of course, as it says, is doing the other one. He meets the half of the two vlogging women after the other one is dead. And then Ryan, they find the body, and he says, don't worry, it's going to be okay. And of course she's upset. It's just stupid dialogue. But the doctor's going to figure it all out. And then, of course, the doctor encounters someone. Turns out the one she encountered was the crux of the whole thing. Turns out she's an alien, and they're infected with this pathogen. And but the pathogen can only survive. Oh, God. It was intriguing. Says, they're dealing with alien disease and all of this thing. And I thought, maybe it's going to be a message about, cooperation or something, because how the alien was. No, there's too much plastic in the ocean. In case you didn't know that. Every time they do something like this, and they say, hey, we're spreading awareness. People who tell us, I'm doing something because I'm spreading awareness of something that because it's already been spread. You're not really doing a whole lot. And when you do it in this extremely infantilized version of Doctor Who, you're just insulting the whole effort. So it doesn't matter. Did we get any clues or anything? If they did, I missed it. I was kind of bailing on it, so really can't do much of a review at this point. It's terrible. The jealous husband almost sacrifices himself, but the doctor manages to save him in the way that he didn't for Adric. And so the astronaut and the ex-cop or whatever, they walk off to live happily ever after and go on a honeymoon. Although I thought they said they never had a honeymoon, why not? But I guess, why did they ever get together? They seem to hate each other. I don't know. But anyway, apparently they're happy now, thanks to that Cupid Doctor Who, And the poor woman I'm assuming was her significant other. I don't know, maybe they're just friends. She's going to hang out with him. Talk about your third will, huh? But anyway, so hey, goodbye, and they almost leap and cheer for a freeze frame, but no, they don't do that anymore. And then they leave. There you go. Ta-da! There you go. So let's move on. Because I got nothing, so I might as well cobble this with reviews of something far more interesting, and that was the Marvel spots for the Super Bowl. Now, and hail to the Chiefs. Great going, guys. But we got to see a spot for Black Widow, which is basically just a shortened bit of what you've seen already in her trailers and whatnot. But it looks pretty much like what I suspected, because some of the plot details have leaked, whether or not it's true or not, but it seems to be pretty much where it's going. David Harbour is going to be the butt of jokes, but it might work for the movie as it is. I don't think they don't appear to be going so far overboard with woke messages like Birds of Prey sadly is doing, which almost always means they have no confidence in their film. Does it really preach that stuff within it? Probably not as much as you would think. So, but Black Widow is just presenting itself as this action movie and more of the backstory for Black Widow herself and all that stuff, and it looks cool. And then Taskmaster, that was a new scene where you see him do the little Captain America shield bit, which is cool. So we'll see. I know there's rumors suggesting that Taskmaster might actually be a woman. I thought about that. He does seem rather short, but I don't think so. I think it's a guy. But anyway, there you go. That was that one. Now the good stuff, which was all too brief, I believe it's only like 30 seconds or whatever, was the D+ shows that are coming this fall. So first and foremost, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which from what I've heard, and there again, might be rumors, but the leak plot does actually sound pretty good. It does show Sam Wilson messing around with the shield, and if that was what it was going to be, just their version of that god-awful storyline they did where he became Captain America, which in and of itself is not bad. It's happened before with other characters. Bucky does it. There was other characters, all this sort of stuff. But it's just that gimmicky thing. Whereas Falcon is long established as the Falcon. That's his identity. That's his character. And here's his moment to shine and be his own. And no, he's not good enough. He's got to wear Captain America's clothes. That sort of thing. But the plot, they're going to weave that in with the John Walker plot. There's a scene where he looks like Captain America walking onto the football field. Is that Sam Wilson in the outfit? No, I'm pretty sure that's... I'm forgetting the actor's name. He's Kurt Russell's and Goldie Hawn's son, but I'm sorry, I'm blanking on it. But I believe that's him, the government's choice for the new Captain America, and they'll do the John Walker story. If you're not familiar with it, look it up. Otherwise, it probably will spoil how it will turn out. So, and of course, Zemo will be in there, and hopefully, I've heard that that he may actually wear the purple mask in this version, so that could be cool. But all you get is a few quick snippets, but they look good. Wanda is just very weird and almost comical. It seems to show her depicted as certain different eras of sitcoms and whatnot, but that probably plays into her reality altering abilities, and I think that's what it is. And she gets lost in that, probably in her desperate desire to bring the Vision back to life. And this might open up the idea of alternate timelines and multiverses, which is supposed to tie into the Doctor Strange movie. There's been some rumblings about that, why the director of the film parted ways because he didn't like the interference of having to connect it to this TV show and all that. But, he walked, so I guess this is what they're going to do. The only other thing they showed was a brief clip of Loki for his series, so they didn't have a whole lot of footage. It looks like he's in prison, and he's threatening to burn the whole world down. So there you go. Now his story. This is the alternate timeline Loki. That's already established by Endgame. He escaped because the Loki up to this point had died in Infinity War. So this is this alternate timeline Loki, because that never happens to him. And so maybe we'll get some of his backstory. I think there was some rumors that there would be young Loki and young Thor and stuff like that. And then also female Loki. Yes, of course. So I don't know who they've cast for that, but I probably see some of that too. But anyway, he's gonna. One of the stories was that they were. We'll end where we began. That they were saying they were using references from Doctor Who, and that this character of Loki will be traveling throughout time on Earth and stuff, and influencing things. Maybe. I don't know if he is this Loki that I suspect is the one who escaped in Endgame. Then that's a whole other ball of wax there, isn't it? So we'll see how that works out come the fall, I guess. But I do believe Winter Soldier and or Falcon and the Winter Soldier will be the first one to come up. And so far, because I've seen more of it, it looks like to be the best of the three. But, that's all very preliminary. There you go. Marvel shows and film, yes. Doctor Who, no. Poor Doctor Who, but you know what? You did it to yourself. You sure did. All right, thank you for watching and listening. Say, why not like and subscribe, and check out that link description below. That'll take you to my many stores that have plenty of goodies for you. Hats, shirts, mugs, stickers, posters. Oh, yes, all that good stuff. And follow that link to indieplanet.com. That'll take you to my comic book, Night Night. Yes, order yourself a print copy or a digital one. And enjoy the brilliant color. Yes, brilliant live action. Well, live action's on paper or digital on digital. But it's Night Night. Yes, Night Night based on my audio plays of the same name. But now you can see him within the brilliant color of the pages of his comic book. So get yourself a copy of Night Night today. And, of course, you can catch the Mr. Nailsin Show on RadioMisfits.com. New episodes every Saturday. And, yes, you can watch these videos also on BitChute. Yes, that's the Mr. Nailsin channel on BitChute.com.